Welcome to ED 5490, your capstone course, and congratulations on reaching this milestone in your program. I know you're excited, and I'm just so excited to be here with you. I teach this capstone course for everybody in integrative education, as well as the opening 5414. So some of us have met before, and some of you may have come into the program and not had me before as a teacher. But I'm looking forward to accompanying this final step, and I thought I'd begin by looking at exactly what you're going to be expected to do. It's a lot like what you've done in every course in the program probably, but with the addition of creating a portfolio. So we'll talk about that second. First thing, we'll talk about the project proposal. And it's a proposal, again, you're going to propose something to address an issue in your current educational setting. It has to be educational, or a future one. So the first Unit 3, where you and I brainstorm back and forth, actually in the discussions ahead of time, we'll be brainstorming on what that should be. Then you're going to find a theoretical framework. What theory supports what you propose to do? What leadership model will you adopt to do this? And then you'll turn in an outline, get feedback, and then the final project. So that's pretty much the course project. Now, you are also going to be creating a course portfolio. Now, this portfolio is very important because it's there for a lifetime. You can use it after you graduate, continue to work on it, and it's a resource. By the way, the Career Center will be open to you after you graduate as well. They will always be there to help you with resumes, with cover letters, with how to look for jobs. So these are two great resources that go beyond the program. Here's the program, but this goes beyond the program as you have an opportunity to continue to work on this. Now, you are going to do a personal narrative to introduce yourself to the portfolio, whoever visits it. You're going to create a media introduction, whatever you're comfortable with the media, and then the portfolio. So let's begin by talking about the portfolio. Now, the e-portfolio is linked in the very first discussion, not the discussion, it's linked in the first unit. But I've also given the portfolio address in this as well. Now, there are two platforms. The old one they're getting rid of. The new one is PathBright. You want to click on Access PathBright, and that will take you to the page to get started. You can see I've already got one, so it sees me, it recognizes me. But that's where you want to begin with Access PathBright. Now, I am also in this announcement giving you some information on how to create this, how to create the portfolio. The instructions for how to create this in PathBright are attached to this announcement, and that looks like this right here. It's 24 pages long, or it's longer than that actually, but most of it is found right here on how to create categories, page 23. But you have this to help you, but that's something that probably a little bit more than what you're going to need, but will help you get started. So use this link to access ePortfolio. That's what I just showed you. You are going to create categories. Now, here's my page. Picture yourself, my sample portfolio, and they're going to have the categories. And the categories, and these would be like folders. You're going to have introductory folder where your personal narrative goes, the capstone project folder, that's where your project goes, and then you're going to have a personal and professional artifact folder. And we'll talk about this in Unit 1 and Unit 2. You're going to look for artifacts that demonstrate your ability in your field. And that'll be from previous courses and other things that you think would work in there. We'll talk more about that. You're going to have an educational theory folder where you're going to put artifacts that show the theoretical framework of the project, ethical leadership artifacts related to the ethics folder. So a little quick correction here. That's the gist of this course. You are going to create that final project and create a portfolio as well. I think everything else about the course is probably self-explanatory to you. There are discussions each week, and when you go to discussions, discussion 1, don't forget your welcome and introduction, and then this is a good place to ask for advice from any questions you have. And the first discussion, this takes you back to thinking more about integrative education and the practitioner-scholar model, and the Capella University Scholar Practitioner and philosophy. Those are found in the resources. So you're going to respond to at least 2 others. And then Unit 2 is where you begin there. So in Unit 1, you have the introduction and the discussion. But beyond that, you should be working on setting up your portfolio page. I'll help you with that. Email when you finish with that. We'll work on that. It's a great moment in your program. I really look forward to working and learning with you this term.